Hello. How's it going, everybody? My name is Kim Andoni, and welcome to my last video of 2021. It is, as you can tell from the title, a review of 2 Weeks Christmas EP, A Very 2 Weeks Christmas. Now, I got this CD for their debut album, self-titled. It's one of my favorite albums of the year. It's not my favorite album of this year, but it's pretty up there. It's for me, it's a 7 or 8 out of 10, very strong. However, I will not be getting a CD of this EP, and I'm about to tell you why. So, I thought this EP was very interesting. It's some of the most unique and creative Christmas music I've ever heard. But let's just jump right into it. So starting off, we have F. Mariah Carey. So there are very fire bars with a Bubby rapping about gifting someone a murder weapon, like a gun. And a possible reference to the end of the album, at the end of the debut, with Bubby saying the verdict of the murder case unclear, which could be the murder case that was at the end of self-titled. But I'm probably assigning way too much meaning to this verse. And I skipped. Kevin rapped in this song. Kevin did a great job. Bruno did a great job too. It's a really solid track overall. It's about discontent and relentless, debaucherous desire. And J.S. Punch raps about cocaine, and Thurston raps about wanting to sleep with Mrs. Claus. And I like Golden's syncopated delivery on this track. And overall, it's a really strong opening to the EP. It gets me excited for what comes next. Unfortunately, what happens next is utter disappointment. 14 Days of Christmas is, without a doubt, undoubtedly, the worst 2-week song I have ever heard that they have released. It is the worst 2-week song ever released, without a doubt. I mean, so no offense to the features, but all of them sound, all the features sort of just blend together on this track. They don't really sound distinctive from each other. They sound a bit boring. The song as a whole comes off kind of lame due to the beat. The beat is the issue here. It gets better when Thurston comes in with his verse, but by that point, it's just like too little too late, and I'm bored, and I no longer want to listen to the song. And yeah, so the beat is the issue. It's irritatingly repetitive. But the actual bars from 2 Weeks members are fine. Like the writing is fine. It's just the beat, it makes the song fail. However, I like how sometimes during the middle of a bar, they switch who's rapping the line. That's fun. Bubby's first lines are cool, but then later, like, the corniness of his bars gives me unfortunate flashbacks to his solo debut album, the Bubby album. So yeah, that's no good. But I liked the end of this song with the freestyle and no beat. I liked that part. That part was fun. So it's funny. So after this song, which is the worst 2-week song, it's the best 2-week song I have ever heard. Every time I listen to this, I have yet to get tired of this song. This song has so much replay value. It's so much fun to listen to. It's such a fun song. It's such a fun Christmas song. It's so much fun to listen to. It's 2 Weeks' best song so far. It's their best work. And so the beat is dreamy and pristine. J.S. Punch did a great job with production on this song. Bubby sounds better than he ever has on this song. The auto tune is used effectively, and I love when Bubby says I did it, and then the backup vocals say no, because he's supposed to say we did it. It's like it's a reminder to not take this all too seriously, despite like how excellent this song is through and through. And JS Punch sounds really smooth on backup vocals with Golden rapping very clever bars. And then Thurston talks about how he discovers Santa isn't real from a woman he's trying to seduce. That's really funny. But then here's what's so cool about this track. So once Thurston's verse is over, then we get like or at least I get one of the coolest beat switches in hip hop in Christmas music I've ever heard. With Sequoia's verse, and Sequoia just sounds legendary on this song. It is the best delivery on the whole EP. Sequoia sounds just on top of the world. He's on top of his game. He's at his best here. It's just amazing. Of course, as usual for it fits in perfectly with the themes of 2 weeks. It's greedy, debaucherous fantasy about wealth and sex, but it's just sounds so clever and good. And it's just like it's just done very well, and it's very high quality. And then the track closes with a pitched up JS Punch vocals mimicking a lust-driven woman desiring sex with Bubby. And then Thurston decides against having sex with the woman from that he was talking to earlier in the track because he's just having second thoughts from having so recently discovered that Santa isn't real. It's too shocking to his worldview. He's not in the mood now. So that's funny, and it's a cool way to close out 2 weeks' greatest track so far, and just how amazing and like forward thinking in terms of like sound and bars and delivery and execution this song makes me so excited for whatever they have planned next. And then we get Shantham, which honestly sounds like a Bubby album throwaway, which is exactly its problem. And it's why I don't like the song. Bubby's bars are just too simplistic in writing and painfully corny. The thing is with Bubby specifically, when he is rapping, it either works or it doesn't work at all. With Bubby, it's either 100 or 0. And I mean that in the best way possible. And then another problem with this song is like the audio quality of the Tell Me Why cover that's sampled throughout, or I guess not necessarily sampled. I'm sure there was a 2 weeks member doing the cover. Oh yeah. So I guess maybe it's JS Punch doing the cover, but it sounds like it was like recorded in a car, and it just sound the audio quality of the Tell Me Why cover that's used throughout the song just does not work. It just sounds too awful. It's mixed fine within the song, but just the audio quality of that part of the mix is just bad. It's atrocious. That's what I wrote in my notes. And there are just like too many rip-offs in the song in total, which just make it weak overall. And then otherwise the production is fine as usual with a mildly impressive synth outro. But yeah, just overall this song is very sucky. Sorry to say. Buy Low is another awesome utilization of an old sample like on Splash Mountain on Self-Titled. Bubby sounds very strong on here, in contrast to the previous track, and he delivers the hook very well. and Bruno does well too. And I like the fast-paced rhythm of the bars on this song. And with what seems to be a continuation of the end of the third track, Thurston raps about his erotic marijuana-induced hallucinations. And J.S. Punch shamelessly raps about very extreme, perhaps deranged. At least I think that's the intent as to how it's supposed to come off as. Not that I'm trying to kink shame here, but deranged kinks and sexual fantasies. And then near the end, there's a beat switch to unnerving synths, and J.S. Punch raps about how he plans to break into a woman's house to have sex with her. Specifically, like, during the Christmas time. So, yeah. Which comes off fine, because, like, I mean, that's just like part of the 2 weeks theming. It's right in line with the stuff on Card Night Splash Mountain. So, yeah, overall for this EP, I hated 2 of the songs, and I never want to listen to them ever again. I listened to them quite a few times for this review, and I never want to listen to them ever again. But the other 3 songs were great. So 3 out of 5 times 2. 6 out of 10 is my score for this EP. And I know there might have been some 2 Weeks members that I didn't name specifically in this review, but just know that I respect all of them, and without each and every one of them, it by definition wouldn't be 2 weeks. So no disrespect if I didn't explicitly mention one of the members of 2 Weeks. Shout out to all of them. And yeah, so 6 out of 10 for the CP. Thank you everybody so much for watching this review. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, click to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video next year in 2022. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy any holiday you celebrated this year. And I feel like this was a tough year for many, so I hope everyone has a much better year next year. So thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.